Welcome back to Your Hour. I'm being joined now by Jamie Whitfield, who is, among other things, she's my assistant. And if you've been paying attention to the show for the last 18 weeks, she's also a recovering addict. And what Jamie wants to do is to reach out to more people that might need help and that don't really quite know how to ask for it or where to turn for it. And she's really generous with the knowledge that she has and willing to share it with everyone. So today we were going to talk about step 7.
Yes, and step seven is humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. And step six, though,
That's a big job right
yes, it
there.
is. Step six, though, I'm just going to go back a little bit. The step six is we were entirely ready to ask God to remove all the defects of character. And now we're humbly asking God to remove our shortcomings.
What's the difference?
Well, that's a good question.
I stumped you, didn't I?
Well, not yet. No, give me a chance. So I guess for me, step seven would be just trying to have that attitude of humility. And step six would be just to kind of be aware and ready to just be willing to let go of them character defects. But I think when you move forward to step seven, I think you have to have that attitude of humility to process them character defects of yours and to have them removed. And I believe that, for me, using the spiritual principle of humility is just the basis of this step. I also believe that, the humility is defined as the quality or state of being humble, freedom from pride or ignorance, or excuse me, arrogance.
Arrogance,
Yeah, I
okay.
apologize. And it's about to have that willingness to try to, live with humility and put, and it strips, basically it strips our life experiences down to the peace, truth, and self-love and love for others that is will allow you to move forward in this step. And
Okay.
this step as well is one of them steps that is going to be a lifelong process. And I'm not saying that all the steps are not a lifelong process, but this and step six to me is, since, and that's, I'm only at step eight, so I can't speak about, from eight on. But for me, these two are something that you will forever, continue to work on within.
Quite frankly, we're all works in progress.
Yes, we are. Yes.
And so it stands to reason that um, the same the same steps that a recovering addict would be working on are actually steps that can improve anyone's life.
Yes, they can. You can just, you don't, in the program and what I've been taught, an addict, there's such a broad spectrum
Hmm.
of addiction that you can just, it doesn't have to necessarily be drugs,
Right.
it doesn't have to necessarily just be alcohol. I mean, people are addicted to food, they're addicted to gambling, they're addicted to sex,
Hmm.
there's codependency, there's different, aspects of addiction,
Sure.
and I think this program could help anyone because
Hmm.
we are all, I mean, when you just really think about it, we're all addicted to something.
Sure.
I'm struggling my addiction to caffeine, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, and I still have an addiction to cigarettes, and
Hmm.
so we all struggle with
Yeah.
addiction.
And I think that recognizing them as addictions is something that most people don't do. They
Right.
don't see it as,
Right.
I gotta have my coffee,
Right.
or in my case it's sugar,
Right.
which is why I'm diabetic,
Right.
because those are things I have to have in my life. Well, the idea of recovering from that is it's a constant reminder of why it's bad for you, or
Right.
why you shouldn't have it, or you know why your dependency on it is not good for you. And
Right.
it's a constant reminder of all those things that you really need to take heed of. So I can see why that's important in here
Right.
in this aspect as well.
And also with this step, if you allow, the process of humility to be your, your attitude about, things in your life and stuff, it also helps you with the ability to just allow God's will instead of your own, to guide you through this process and help you stay focused with, what you're going through. And eventually it'll take you back to, like, we have admitted that we are powerless over our addiction, and came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, our step 1 and 2. And if that amount of humility could remove the obsession to use, you know what I mean, then there is hope that, it will help us with our shortcomings, in this process. So I mean, it's just, a process every day.
Well, and all of these steps, and tell us again what STEPS stands for.
Solutions to every problem.
See, I think that's so clever. Um, the idea that all of these steps, they work together. You kind of have to take them in order to understand how they work together. But once you get through the steps, you just go back and do them again.
Yes, we don't graduate.
Yeah.
And really, what I have found is, just in my everyday life situations, that I work steps 1 through 12 and I don't even know it. You know what I mean? Sometimes my sponsor will say, well, you processed, from 1 to 12 and back from 12 to 1, and you didn't even know, you know what I mean? So even though I have not really actually worked through from 8 to 12, I still utilize these steps in my life, every day, and don't even have the knowledge of that I'm actually utilizing them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
So as you become more aware of them and aware of how you are responding to them, gives you a clearer understanding of
that
what they
step.
mean.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So,
Well, to me, I think that it's such an unselfish gesture for you to share your story because it can't be easy.
no.
And to share your story with other people and to reach out to help other people. I'm just very impressed with that.
Thank
And
you.
we've got just enough time for you to invite people to your meeting
Oh,
on
yeah.
Monday.
I just wanted to remind people this Monday, July 12th, from 7 to 8, and it's for women, is what I'm reaching out to. You can come join us down here at the station at 934 North Water from 7 to 8 for a women's meeting. This will be our first time, having this meeting.